The, the student of Rehan Teacher Training Institute, Batch 22. Today, we will discuss the time management mystery, how to manage the time and how to master time management in daily life. We will discuss with Sisman.
Hey, hey, what's up?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. Just existing, you know?
Oh,
How about you? Anything interesting
yeah,
happened since we last chatted?
I am fine, Alhamdulillah.
Oh,
Today,
to
we
hear it.
will discuss the topic how to master time management in daily life. I will question you about this. You will give me the answer.
Sounds
Okay.
good. Perfect. Fire away. I'm all ears. Or all circuits, I guess.
Yeah.
What's your first question?
What
The
is
big.
time? What is time management and why is it essential in today's fast-paced world?
Right, good place to start. Okay, so time management isn't about squeezing more stuff into your day. It's about making the stuff you're already doing actually work for you. It's prioritizing, delegating, knowing when to say no. It's essential. Dude, it's everything. We're constantly bombarded with stuff, notifications, demands, opportunities. If you don't manage it, it manages you. You end up feeling stressed, scattered, like you're always behind. It's about carving out space for what actually matters, not just reacting to whatever's loudest. Does that resonate?
Okay. What are the most common time wasting habits in daily life?
Oof. Okay, that's a good one. Honestly, social media is a huge one, no surprise there. But it's not just the time spent scrolling, it's the context switching. You jump from Instagram to work to text messages and back. It destroys focus. Another big one is multitasking, which, surprise, isn't actually a thing. You're just rapidly switching between tasks and doing all of them worse. And meetings, endless, pointless meetings. Seriously. What about you? What do you find yourself wasting time on?
Okay. Is being busy the same as being productive? Explain with examples.
Ah, that's a really good question. No, absolutely not. Being busy is about activity, productivity is about results. You could be incredibly busy all day, running around like a headless chicken and accomplish absolutely nothing meaningful. Like, imagine someone spending 8 hours answering emails. Busy, right? But if those emails don't contribute to a bigger goal, closing a deal, finishing a project, it's just activity. Versus someone who spends 2 focused hours writing a report that actually moves something forward. Less busy, way more productive. It's kind of like the difference between digging a hole and building a house. One's effort, the other's progress. Does that make sense?
Okay. How can a person create an effective daily routine? What does an idea routine look like?
All right, so an effective routine, um, it's not about rigidity, it's about structure. It's basically you need a framework, but leave room for flexibility. A good one starts with identifying your peak performance times. Are you a morning person, night owl? Schedule your most important tasks for when you're at your best. Then time blocking, literally block out chunks of time for specific activities like 9 to 11 a.m. focus work, 11 a.m. 12 p.m. emails. Sounds basic, but it's powerful. As for what a routine looks like, I've heard people swear by waking up early, exercise, meditation, a healthy breakfast, but honestly, it's super personal. It's got to fit your life and your energy levels. For me, or a person, I'd probably need a lot of coffee. What does your ideal day look like if you weren't bogged down with stuff?
Okay, so tell me, how can we learn to prioritize tasks effectively in our daily life?
Okay, prioritization. There are a few solid methods. The Eisenhower matrix is popular, urgent, important. Basically, you categorize tasks into four quadrants: do first, schedule, delegate, and eliminate. It's surprisingly effective at cutting out the fluff. Another one is the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. 80% of your results come from 20% of your efforts. So figure out what that 20% is and focus on that. But this is important. Don't just prioritize based on what's loudest or most pressing. Prioritize based on what moves you closer to your long term goals. What's one thing, if you got it done today, would make the biggest impact?
Okay. Why do people
Mm.
procrastinate, and what are the best ways to overcome it?
Procrastination, the nemesis of everyone, right? It's usually not about laziness, it's about emotional regulation. We procrastinate on tasks that feel overwhelming, boring, or anxiety inducing. It's a way to avoid unpleasant feelings in the short term. As for overcoming it, breaking tasks down into smaller, manageable steps is huge. Like instead of write a report, write the introduction. Also, the 2 minute rule. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. And self compassion. Don't beat yourself up for procrastinating. Acknowledge it. Gently nudge yourself back on track. What do you usually put off, if you don't mind me asking?
What is the role of discipline and consistency in mastering time management? Give me some examples.
Okay, discipline and consistency are everything. Seriously. Time management techniques are tools, but discipline is what makes you actually use them. Consistency is what turns those tools into habits. It's like going to the gym. Knowing what exercises to do is one thing. Actually going consistently, even when you don't feel like it, is what gets you results. For example, you can plan a perfect schedule, but if you don't consistently stick to it, if you let distractions derail you, it's worthless. Or you can use the Pomodoro technique, but it only works if you consistently take breaks and refocus. It's about showing up for yourself, even when it's hard. It's not glamorous, but it's the foundation of everything. Do you find yourself struggling with consistency in any areas of your life?
Does waking up early really improve productivity and success? Why or why not?
That's the $1 million question, isn't it? Look, waking up early isn't magic. It's not a universal productivity hack, but for a lot of people, it can be incredibly beneficial. The idea is that those early morning hours are usually the quietest and most undisturbed, fewer distractions. It allows you to proactively start your day instead of reacting to it. You can focus on important tasks before the chaos of the day sets in. However, if you're not a morning person, forcing yourself to wake up early might just lead to exhaustion and decreased productivity. It's about aligning your routine with your natural chronotype. It's way more important to get quality sleep than to rigidly adhere to an early wake up time. Have you ever tried waking up earlier? And if so, how did it go?
Okay. Is technology
So,
especially is technology, especially mobile phones and social media, helping or hurting our time management? How can we maintain balance?
oof. Okay, that's a loaded one. Technology, it's a double-edged sword, right? Mobile phones and social media are absolutely hurting our time management. Constant notifications, endless scrolling, the fear of missing out. It's designed to be addictive and grab our attention. But they can also be incredibly helpful. We can use apps to schedule tasks, set reminders, and access information quickly. The key is maintaining balance. You need to be intentional about your technology use. Turn off notifications, schedule specific times for checking email and social media, and create tech free zones like your bedroom or during meals. It's about being in control of the technology instead of letting it control you. It's about consciously choosing when and how you engage. Do you find yourself falling into any particular tech related time traps?
Okay. Uh,
All right.
is is multitasking effective or harmful? What does research say about it?
Harmful? Absolutely harmful. I mean, despite what a lot of people believe, multitasking isn't efficient. It's actually less efficient than single tasking. Research shows that when you try to do multiple things at once, your brain switches back and forth between tasks, which takes a cognitive toll and increases stress, reduces focus, and actually lowers your overall productivity. You end up making more mistakes and taking longer to complete tasks. It's like trying to run two computers with the same processor, everything slows down. There's a study by Stanford University that showed people who regularly multitask perform worse on cognitive tests. It's a myth, honestly. Single tasking, focusing on one thing at a time, is far more effective. It's about giving your full attention to the task at hand. Does that line up with your experience?
Okay. How do successful people manage their 24 hours differently from others?
Good question. It's not about having more hours, it's about how they use the ones they have. Successful people prioritize relentlessly. They identify their most important tasks and focus on those first, often before anything else. They're also really good at saying no to things that don't align with their goals. They delegate effectively and they protect their time fiercely. They minimize distractions, they'll block out time for focused work and avoid multitasking. They also tend to schedule regular downtime and prioritize self care because they understand that burnout kills productivity. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. They treat their time like a valuable resource and they invest it accordingly. What do you think is the biggest difference between how you spend your time and how you'd like to?
What is the relationship between goal setting and time management?
They're completely intertwined, honestly. Like goal setting provides the why for your time management. It gives you direction and purpose. If you don't have clear goals, it's easy to get lost in busy work and waste time on things that don't matter. Time management, then, is the how. It's the process of breaking down those goals into smaller, manageable steps and allocating your time to achieve them. Without goals, time management is just a set of techniques. Without time management, goals are just dreams. It's a virtuous cycle. Clear goals make time management easier, and effective time management helps you achieve your goals. It's kind of like having a map in a car. The map tells you where you want to go, and the car is how you get there. Do you have a strong sense of your goals right now?
Okay. Which tools or techniques like to do list, calendars, Pomodoro techniques are most effective for managing time?
Okay, so there's a ton of options, and what works best really depends on your personality and work style. To do lists are classic, but can be overwhelming if they get too long. Calendars are great for scheduling appointments and blocking out time for specific tasks. The Pomodoro technique, 25 minutes of focused work followed by a 5-minute break, is really effective for combating procrastination and maintaining focus. I've heard people rave about apps like Todoist, Asana, and Trello for project management, but honestly, a simple paper planner can be just as effective. The key isn't the tool itself, it's finding one that you actually enjoy using and will consistently stick with. A lot of folks find a combo approach works best, like using a calendar for scheduling and a to do list for daily tasks. Have you tried any of these techniques before? And if so, which ones did you find most helpful?
Okay. How can
All right.
someone get back on track if their schedule is constantly disrupted?
That happens to everyone, honestly. Life throws curveballs. The key is to not let a disruption completely derail you. First, acknowledge it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Then, reassess. Look at your priorities and figure out what absolutely needs to get done. You might need to reschedule some tasks or delegate others. Be flexible and willing to adjust your plans. And importantly, build in buffer time. Schedule some extra time for unexpected things. It sounds counterintuitive, but it actually creates more peace of mind. Also, don't try to cram everything back in at once. Focus on getting it back on track one step at a time. Hmm? What tends to throw your schedule off most often?
Okay. What lessons about time management can we learn from successful people or religious teachings?
Hmm. That's a really interesting question. From successful people, you consistently see the importance of prioritization, focus, and discipline. They protect their time, delegate effectively, and say no to things that don't align with their goals. They also prioritize self care and recognize the importance of rest. From religious teachings, a lot of traditions emphasize the value of mindfulness, intention, and being present in the moment. There's a strong emphasis on not wasting time on frivolous pursuits and using your time wisely to serve others and live a meaningful life. Both perspectives highlight the idea that time is a precious resource and should be used intentionally. It's about aligning your actions with your values and living a life of purpose. Does that ring true for you?
Okay, thank you. Nice to see you.
Oh, all right. You're very welcome. Glad we could chat. Uh, have a really good one, EJazz. And remember, even small steps make a difference.
Okay, thank you very much.